What's up?
Girl, this is holding on to its last breath.
You
Need
talking
my
about?
week, my week to hurry up and come on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm giving my hair a break from crochets after when my wig comes. I'm gonna just be wigging it for a
Oh,
while.
okay. Yeah. So I have a sew in, but I did the leave out and I should not have. So there's that.
Hi,
Um,
Lindsay.
oh yeah, hey Lindsay, hey girl, hey. Lindsay is all faithful. I love it.
I love you,
Um,
Lindsay.
so we're back. We've been off for like a couple of weeks now. And a lot has happened in that couple of weeks. We ain't gonna get to cover it all. I did add the Donald Trump lawsuit. I forgot about that. It was something else I added that you sent me on the TikTok. It's gonna come to me. Hold on. Kandi not returning. Gail Lewis.
And
Oh my god.
before you get started,
Yeah.
freezing up.
Hmm.
Am I freezing up?
A little bit. A little bit.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with my stuff.
Okay.
I got a Wi-Fi extender. Okay, because you was
I
going in
felt
and out.
it. Okay. I had to put a little lights on me. I have to get the little TikTok things too.
Yeah, I showed you mine, right?
You did. You did show me yours. Yeah. So we had a big snowstorm. We didn't do anything during the snowstorm, did we? I think I was so tired and
Uh-uh.
exhausted after. Yeah, we didn't do anything. Um, that Monday after the snow, I don't know why we didn't do it that Monday when it's the first snow. I might be wrong. We might have did the first snow, but then didn't do the second week or so. I don't know. At any rate, we here now. Um, what are you shushing? What are you shushing?
Cause you were
What
booed
you
up.
shushing? Huh? I
I
what?
said,
Oh
cause
my
you was
god!
booed
So
up.
Monday I wasn't. That Monday I was not. I didn't get booed up until like he came and got me. That's okay. Full disclosure. Okay, I have started dating. Really like this guy. Um, we were on the phone and I was supposed to my alternator went out on my car. Didn't know why, didn't know what was going on. And so I was supposed to Sunday, because I kind of knew we was gonna be stuck in the house. I was supposed to go over his house on Sunday, and I was just gonna be over his house for a couple of days. Then I was gonna try to brave, but thank God I did not. My car was down, I couldn't do it. Had my mom's car, but my mom was like, "You ain't got permission to drive my car," so I wasn't driving her. Her car is yellow. I can't sneak and do nothing in her car. My car is black. Besides the tags on my car, you really can't tell it's me, right? So, so I couldn't get in my mom's car and drive. And I told him I'm not gonna do that. People getting stuck. He got a big old SUV. So I said, "Hey man, you complain about me not coming over your house. How about you come pick me up?" I didn't think the man was gonna say okay. He said okay. He came and picked me up. So I was gone
He
for.
wanted his boo. He
He did.
wanted his boo.
He did. He did. Um. So I spent a couple of days over there. I worked from his place, and he thought we was gonna be watching TV all day and working side by side. That he don't understand the industry that I'm in. I had to talk to people on the phone all day, and I was gonna be disturbing his peace. I said, "You don't even understand." So it was what it was. Spent lunch with him. He made me breakfast. It was lovely. It was nice. I appreciate him so much. Um, so that was that. Okay. So I was, but like the following Monday, going back into the office was crazy. And then the Monday after the snow, when the snow fell, that first Monday was crazy because My roof is leaking. What do? I got to file a claim. It was all of that. So I had to go through all of that nonsense and madness. So I sell insurance by day, y'all. Insurance by day. So I don't have one of them jobs where I could just be working on a computer and just, I don't have that type of position. I actually have to talk to people.
It's not that all that's cracked up to be. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
But keep going.
So at any rate, we did take a little break, because I was exhausted. I was tired. How you work from home in your pajamas and you tired? I don't understand. I just can't. They just can't correlate. With me, I can't. 2 + 2 ain't equaling 4 in that situation. But at any rate, um, I have um I have enjoyed the time in the house though, because I was able to watch some things. I had not started Traitors, and I gotta go back and finish episode 6 because I stopped. I was in the middle of a baby shower planning meeting with one of my best friends is getting ready to have a baby in May. And so we're trying to get her baby shower together. And so we're trying to make sure we have the things that she wants in her baby shower. And trying to make sure the other people participate in the baby shower as well. So we're trying to get all that together. So I'm doing that and finishing up the 6th. So I'm not done with episode 6. I think where I stopped, Sheree had won the shield so she won't get killed. I will talk about Traitors in just a second because
I don't think they got to episode 6 yet. It's only episode 5.
No, it's episode 6. That's what I was watching.
Is that the one that had already voted Dan out?
No, Dan was still on this episode. Maybe they finna vote Dan out on episode 6. This is episode 6 that I was watching. I ain't crazy. I believe that's episode 6 because I watched 5 and then it went to episode 6. So, and I'm not finished with episode 6. So let me tell y'all. First of all, if they did get Dan out,
girl, if you hadn't seen it yet, I gotta say this. He thought he can put Phaedra and Harvey under the bus, throw them under the bus because they was on him. Because can you hear me?
I can. You just breaking up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You breaking up.
Gosh. Oh, I'm gonna have to call ATT. I can't be great. I cannot be great.
I'm listening. So I can hear you.
They thought that Dan thought that he could throw Parvati and Phaedra under the bus because they was hot on his trail. Because Dan didn't want to listen to Parvati when she said, let's not get the people outside. Let's ban somebody from the inside. But he had to get Bergie out, and he fell for that trap.
He fell for that trap.
And Parvati was telling him, no, he's lying. He's lying. We need to get somebody from the inside. And he did not listen. So when they was on
it was egg on his face. That was on Parvati's tail though.
Because they told Parvati,
they told Dan,
CT, and Dan.
Yep.
They ain't tell Phaedra.
They ain't tell Phaedra.
Phaedra knows how to play it. She knows how to play like
lawyer. They lie for a living. Phaedra let me say this: if Phaedra don't win, something is wrong.
But hold on, but what I'm thinking now, they're on Phaedra now because Dan ratted them out, basically. He pointed them two out on the banishment. He didn't say that the traitors. He basically, I haven't seen you really talk game or call anybody names out. I haven't seen you talk any game or call anybody names out. You're just going along with whomever.
Well, and Phaedra both have called people out. So that's
right, but the way he was talking, like they didn't just say, okay, I think it's you because you such and such and such. He said when it came time for the vote, yes, they put names on there. That was because they was trying to go along with how the other people was thinking. So it put
no, because Phaedra went against the grain. Phaedra has gone against the grain. She's gone against the
But you
grain.
got to watch the rest of it, and then
I'm
you'll
gonna
see
watch the
what I'm
rest of
talking
it.
about.
But Phaedra has gone against the grain. As a matter of fact, so much so, Poverty tried to throw Phaedra under the bus, and Phaedra was like, "Hold on, sis. What we not finna do? We can play this game together, or we can play it apart. But what we not finna do is try to throw me under the bus. That's not what we about to do. Y'all gotta watch Traitors."
And when I tell you, when he was going, he was trying to go toe to toe with Phaedra. Phaedra was making him feel smaller, smaller, smaller. I'm
Cause
talking about
if Phaedra can't do nothing else,
object,
Phaedra can
object,
read.
object. But
Phaedra can
now
read.
they got a choice to recruit a new traitor, and you never guess who they chose.
Oh God.
The Bachelor.
Who's
The
the
one that was the one that told, the one that devised the plan not to tell the traitors who got the shield. The Bachelor guy.
Oh, I didn't know he was from. He was a bachelor. Them bachelors normally be fine. That boy is not. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. That boy ain't fine. He was on the Bachelor, or was he on the Bachelorette?
No. He was one. He was the Bachelor.
He was one of the bachelors.
I'm finna go in the kitchen. Hold on. So I'm gonna take my thing off.
Okay, he was a bachelor. Y'all gotta understand. So the bachelors, right? They be fine and rich. Not just fine, they be fine and rich. That man ain't fine. He might be rich, but he is not fine. How they pick him? Where they get him from?
Girl, I don't know.
They the Bachelorette first, and then they felt sorry for him, and then he became the Bachelor.
I don't know. I don't think he was ever on the Bachelorette. He was the Bachelor, one of the Bachelors.
Why
I think was he a tennis star or something? Excuse me for the background noise.
The requirements for the Bachelor, they gotta be fine and rich.
Girl. Well, the current Bachelor they got. Hold on.
I don't follow. I just see the previews and I see, the fine. They be fine and rich. Like this, it's a pattern. It's a, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, no. Help, Father. Okay. So you think they own the Phaedra now? I gotta go. I'm gonna have to rewatch. Okay, I gotta go watch.
So if you look at the previews, I'm sorry for the noise, you guys. I'm trying to move from a different location. So if you see the preview,
okay,
you know how they do the preview on the season,
right.
She goes toe to toe with him too, the Bachelor dude.
As she should, because why are y'all coming for her? Leave Phaedra alone.
But I don't think she's gonna last. To be honest with you, I think she got it. I believe that they're gonna weed her out.
He sucks. That was a punk move. That was a completely total punk move on his part.
But when you watch the first season, you'll understand why Dan did what he did. Because the name of the game is you want to weed out the traitors and you can split the money. Or if you did not weed out the traitor, the traitor can take all of the money.
But how would Dan, if he got excluded, you see what I'm saying? He was a traitor.
Mm-hmm.
If he got excluded, does he get he don't get to split the money no more?
He don't get to split the money no more. Right. So he was trying to get a traitor out so it wouldn't be him.
But when you was going out, you still was no.
And see, he played himself because he was always quiet.
I saw Phaedra talking to folk.
You have to play devil's advocate on their game. If you a traitor,
Phaedra, I saw Poverty playing the game. They were playing the game. Dan was not. No, dog.
He just said, "Well, I'm just an introvert and I really don't talk much." Blah 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 blah.
You ain't that damn introverted. You on a whole TV show. True introverts. No. Okay. All right. So check out Traitors on Peacock. Really, really good. I'm talking about. I want to see the one that's on Netflix because I heard that one was good as well.
Which one on
The
Netflix?
Greed Show.
The Greed.
Greed. It's called Greed. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Hold on. And we finna get into our other stuff. This show, she kept telling me about it, and I was like, wait a minute, dog.
Hold on, I'm on Netflix as we speak. Hold on. Did Love Is Blind come back on?
It don't come back on to Valentine's Day.
Okay, so I've been watching Love Is Blind Sweden.
I saw that.
And Love Is Blind Japan.
I can't be sitting. My head hurts when I
But see,
it's called The Trust, a game of greed. That's what it's called.
The Trust.
Yeah.
I heard about that Trust.
I heard it was really, really good. So if I want to think I like the game, I want to try that out. So I'm excited about that. Trump, I think he finna pay this lady $5 million. They done found him. They found him liable in the sexual assault lawsuit that she filed against him. So Lil Mama got $5 million coming her way. I hope he pays it. Hope it don't go file for bankruptcy. He good for that. Which would not be a good look because you're running for president. President files for bankruptcy. I really can't trust you with my country. I'm sorry. I'm glad that they did that. I'm really hoping that they go ahead and can y'all go and lock him up so he can just be taken off the ballot? Now, let me say this. I'm not a fan of Nikki Haley. Definitely not a fan of hers.
Did you see her on Saturday Night Live?
I did not see her on Saturday Night Live. I did, however, see her on The Breakfast Club. And when I tell you, first of all, I hate that we allow candidates that does not have our best interest at heart to come into our spaces and promote whatever foolishness or rhetoric that they have to promote. The Breakfast Club is not CNN. It is not CNBC. That's not the type of platform that the Breakfast Club is, right? I feel like y'all allow her to come in our space and steal a little bit of our thunder because you allow her to come on your platform, which caters to Black people who, I'm not going to say every Black person votes for Democrats, but I am going to say that a lot of Black people, for the most part, they have the same interests, right? We're not the majority in a lot of areas in life, right? We're typically the minority. So why would you allow somebody who spews rhetoric, who spews untruths, to come and sit on your platform and continue to spread that rhetoric to us who listens to your platform? That turned me off totally. I'm glad Jess was not there. Shout out to Jess Hilarious. She is the new official co-host of The Breakfast Club. There was some drama surrounding that, but she is in the seat now. She started today officially. And she was not there when Nikki Haley was there because I really feel like she probably would have read her for filth. I just don't particularly care for Nikki Haley.
And then, because Nikki Haley was on the beginning where she did the live from New York and Saturday night, blah, blah, blah. So I guess they did it where it was like a open forum and stuff. And the guy who was acting like 45, I can't even say his name, but 45. And then Nikki Haley act like she was somebody that wanted to ask him a question. And he was like, well, didn't somebody tell you that you look like such and such? And she was like, well, I am actually Nikki Haley, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody asked her a question, and she was like, the question was, do you think that the reason why the Civil War started was because of slavery? And she said, you know what? I should have said yes in the first place.
That's BS though. I still don't. I don't care what it was about. Well, it was a political war, but yes, it was about slavery because it was about money, right? The
Mhm.
the
In the labor of slavery.
emancipation, right? The Emancipation Proclamation was a political decision to stop the war. That was a political decision that we didn't even know till 2 years later that that was actually a decision that was made.
Mhm.
Um. So let me. She went on Breakfast Club and said that President Obama administration caused division in the country.
Which the only division that I say is that they couldn't stand seeing a black man.
Period. Which is why they went to go vote for for Trump. Trump won because he spewed the same rhetoric that a lot of these small town hicks believe. The conspiracy theories about black people and that sort of thing. So
and can I tell you this? Can I tell you this? Me and my line of my full-time job, and you know where I work, we have to ask, are you a registered voter? And we're not doing just Shelby County, we're doing the whole state of Tennessee. So some of these hick towns, majority of them are not voters.
Oh no, they're not.
And the women, oh my gosh, the women are not voters and they don't want to vote.
It's ridiculous. So I'm not a fan of Nikki Haley's. I'm typically not a fan of anybody on a Republican ticket, especially as of late. But I don't feel like if Trump was to be arrested and taken out of the race, I don't feel comfortable with her being a candidate. Everybody else then dropped out, right?
And I just add, I think Tim.
Okay, I'm sorry. Nimrata gonna pull out a bottle of hot sauce next. Watch. Listen, I don't like her.
Okay. Right? But can I just add what a joke I think Tim Scott is?
What's the character on who he look like on Fat Album?
Above a deeba dooba.
Mushmouth? Is it Mushmouth?
I think with the hat.
No, it's
the orange hat. It was the orange hat.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
A dubba dubba dooba. A baby deeba saber. What but did you buy saber David?
And they're making you a butt at it. They're making you the butt of their joke.
And so you think by you getting engaged is going to get you to a vice president bid with him? Are you hoping that if I be his vice president candidate, because this is what I'm thinking where he's going. If I be his vice president candidate and he goes to jail, that means guess what? I'm gonna be president.
They really gonna burn the cross on the White House lawn. Then, sir, like stop. Stop. You black. At the end of the day, you black. I don't care if you're Republican, you black. Okay.
I just love you.
You black, sir.
But did you see that when he said that?
Mm-hmm. You black.
I just love you.
Doesn't matter. You black.
Oh
I don't understand the rhetoric. What I just don't. I don't have no problem if you're a Republican. And a lot of times when blacks are Republicans and they got money, it's because of the tax break that they provide for the rich because they rich, right?
And I'm going to say this. I am a Republican. However, I have been voting Democrat the last elections.
And let me say this. I understand why you are a Republican. I could never personally do it because I think a lot of time in a lot of situations, church and state should be separate. In my opinion,
that is true. Didn't I just say that? Massa told him, girl. Massa did tell him. But let me tell you one thing about me. Yes, I am a Republican. However, I don't vote for people just because they're Republicans. I gotta listen to what you gotta say.
But I'm not saying that I'm saying I understand because of the way we were brought up as far as like in the church. And so, but it coming up in the church, being a political science major in school and following politics all my life, there's no way I could align myself with a party that really has created policies against Black people.
It really did.
They have. They ain't just started doing it. They've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? I can't support a party that goes for that.
No, I'm not. But
I am not doing this with you tonight, Lindsay.
Lindsay, I love you though.
I love you.
But but go ahead. But like I said, I voted Democratic since Obama. In fact, no, I voted Democrat. President Clinton was my first one, the second time, because I wasn't of age the first time he ran.
Okay.
The second time he ran because I saw how good the economy was when Bill Clinton was in office.
And let's talk about that because they have discussed how Democrats overspend. No, really, we in a deficit every time the Democrats take over. But let me also say this, Lindsay, as a political science major, let me kind of let you know how they work. So basically the platform, you're right. The platform has changed over the years. So there were the Whigs and the Republicans. The Whigs were more like the Republican Party is today. And the Republicans were more like what the Democrats are today.
Right.
And then over the years, it's changed. They've had other parties, Federalists and different parties. And most Blacks were Republican. Your Martin Luther Kings, those people, they were Republican. But here's the thing. Racism, it didn't matter what party you were during the Civil Rights Movement, during certain times, because for the most part, they was racist. And really they are. You are correct. They are essentially the same.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they are bargaining and dealing up there in Congress. I literally believe that House of Cards is absolutely real. Absolutely. But I like the Distinguished Gentleman. It was a hilarious movie with Eddie Murphy, but they will and deal exactly like they did in their movie. Every day, I believe y'all are willing and dealing just like y'all did in them. If y'all have never seen The Distinguished Gentleman with Eddie Murphy, Sarah Lee Ralph, Che, I can't remember his last name. If y'all have never seen that movie, go watch that movie. I believe that's really how they operate. And so it don't matter what party you are a part of, as long as your pockets are getting, your hands are getting greased or whatever, you're not really there for the people. You don't care about what happens with your constituents. You don't care.
And here's my thing about this. Okay. So again, I am not a fan of Trump.
Oh no.
He's a joke. He's a joke. I think they could have picked a better Republican.
Yeah.
They could have picked a better Republican. And here's my thing. Okay, if you don't like the Democrats' way of doing things, that is all fine and good. Yeah. I want to hear your side on how you would make things better instead of griping on how the other parties
they don't want. Absolutely.
Tell me what you gonna do to make these situations better. Yeah. I have not heard of any plan.
You don't have your and so I'm going to use Tennessee as an example, right? Right now, we are open carry state. Like, it's wild west down here. Like,
especially in Memphis. Oh my gosh.
In Memphis. And the governor made it that way. A lot of people don't realize he made it to where, hey, y'all can do whatever. Y'all get the guns. Y'all can go fire off. Y'all can do whatever. Trump is a pure populist. He should, show his orange.
Oh, and you remember the shooting that happened in Nashville? He knew one of the children.
That's so crazy.
He knew the parents of one of the children personally.
But you have made it easy for people to obtain guns in the state of
Mhm.
Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? So all of that he should have been down there in Eagle Pass. I feel like when you come up with that type of rhetoric and you come up with that type of craziness and you see it affected a school, and that's like, what the heck, what are you thinking? You mentally disabled people should not have guns. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. They don't need no guns.
And no civilian should have an AK-15.
No, all the semi-automatic and all that stuff. Give me a pistol and I'll be fine, right?
I'm not in the military.
Yeah. I'm not in the military.
Right.
Yeah, we figured. We figured that's what you were saying, Lindsay. I'm not in the military, right? I don't need I don't go hunting. I don't need those. And some of the hunters, I've watched some videos.
They don't even shoot with those rifles because it messes the meat up.
Because it's gonna mess your meat up. Right. So those are things that when people go and vote, you think somebody's trying to take your gun rights away. If you ain't mentally unstable, you should be able to go through the checks and balances, right? In order to get the things that you want. You see what I'm saying? I don't understand why having that gun is so important. One of my best friends, we have a debate about it. I'm like, but all these people are killing to shoot people crazily because they can easily go get the gun. If you can pass the test, you can get the gun. That's how I feel. Why are we making it a thing? Now, I understand protecting yourself. I get all of that. But these shootings are not protecting yourself. A lot of times, a lot of the shootings that we hear about, nobody's protecting themselves. They just randomly shoot people. I heard of a lady who just got shot in her car with her kids in the car, and she died.
And then one of the kids is in critical condition at the hospital. Another kid got hurt from the wreck, and the other kid ran because
what
the drama.
And but that's what I'm saying. So, in my opinion, I feel like if you want a gun that bad, you should be able to fill out the documents, pass whatever background checks, whatever you need to pass in order to get the gun. Period. That's how I feel. Because it's a problem, and it's a problem in our communities. They're on their Charleston Houston with their cold dead hands. Nobody wants the government telling them what to do unless it's abortion. And all about fear is power. And the abortion thing is a freaking joke.
It is it's a joke. I mean, if your body's rejecting the baby, you can go to jail for possibly homicide, basically. Because your body, I'm like,
if you guys have ever seen All Rise, I love All Rise. All Rise is about a black judge who is a judge or got judgeship in California, in LA. In one of the episodes, this young lady lived in Texas. She was a nursing student. She got pregnant and she wanted to get an abortion, but she can't because of retard in Texas. She couldn't get an abortion. So she used another ID, which ain't legal, but California, they don't care. Using an ID to get an abortion in California, and they arrested her, put her in jail, just took her through all kinds of changes. And of course, she was able to get out of it. But think about how many women that the state of Texas is, because the district attorney from the state of Texas came to California, and the girl couldn't really go back home because as soon as she got home, she was going to be arrested. So just things like that. People are having to be creative in order to have these things. And really, to be honest, I feel like certain people want us to live like the Handmaid's Tale. It's crazy. So it's really, really sick, and it's really, really crazy. And I really wish that as a country we get it right, because we don't get it right. And I keep saying I'm relocating to somebody's country. I don't know what country yet. I just got to do my little research. I keep seeing the TikTokers that are moved to India and to move to different places, and they got black communities there, and I'm like, I need to be in.
Man, Ghana. I'm like, shoot. I said, Mary Kay, you need to start selling in Africa.
Listen, I mean, you can live like a king or a queen in places like Ghana, because those houses, you can get a house. What you would pay for a house here, or what you paid for a house here in like the 50s and 60s, that's the price of a huge house over there, right? Well, no, I get that. What I'm saying is, if you look at certain things in annual checks, I agree with that. If you look at certain histories, some of these people had history that
of going stuff crazy.
I felt like didn't deem you to get a gun. The young boy that went and shot up the folk in the church that Nikki Haley had something to say about, for instance. Nikki Haley was like, well, no, he didn't go in there because it was black. But if you do a deep dive into his social media history, he went to a black church and shot up the black people in the church. The man who went into the IHOP in Nashville and shot up the IHOP in Nashville, right? You know, they have a history and a record of some type of instability that would cause them not to be able to get a gun. The man up in New York that went to a black grocery store and shot up the folk in the black grocery store. You see what I'm saying? I don't care about no annual check. Stop them niggas from the beginning. Like, I'm for real. Stop them from the jump. Do a deep dive. Y'all got certain checks that the president or somebody coming through, the CIA run. Y'all need to have them type of checks. Y'all need to have the security checks, right?
And you see, I don't know what state it was, but the kid that did the shooting and the parents now are on trial for what the kid. Yeah.
Because you knew your child, something was wrong with your child. The school tried to get in touch with you and say, hey, man, your kid is flipping out. Come get your kid. He drawing crazy stuff. There's a paper trail and a record of all these people having crazy problems. That's what I'm talking about. The regular folk on the street, I get, but you got documented situations and issues where these people just shooting folk left and damn right. It don't make no sense. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, annual checks are necessary, but I think if you are a felon, you don't need no gun. You don't need one. Because why? Because 9 times out of 10, the majority of the felons, not all of them, majority of the felons, they gonna use the gun to do more crime. Because a lot of the people, they like to go to jail. Okay? So I'm just saying, like, let's not give them folk a gun. Give them something else, not a gun. We done spiraled that. Let me get back on track.
Yeah.
Okay. So Traitors, we talked about Traitors, we talked about Trump. All right, so let's get on the Grammys. Let's go and get them knocked out because I think the Gail Lewis is gone. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. So the Grammys.
Okay, go ahead.
Gail Lewis. Oh, we gonna take it back. Huh?
I didn't see that part.
You didn't see Gail Lewis? You sent it to me on the TikTok. The lady who caught her husband in the airport.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were talking about. Okay.
No. We're going to talk about that. So, the Grammys. Let's talk about it. So, let me say this. I don't strongly dislike Taylor Swift. I just a little bit don't particularly care for her because I think she rests on her race.
Yeah.
In order to and it's worked for her. It's worked wonders for her. Okay. She got 4 album of the year. There's an argument that it has ensued on the internet. Jay-Z, shout out to Jay-Z. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about it, Lindsay. Because all that tells me is that man is trash at the end of the day. We're gonna talk about it. So Taylor Swift won 4 album of the year. Okay. Beyonce, and let me say this, like her or dislike her, Beyonce has had some 5 albums that have come out over the years. I'm not 100. Renaissance is not my go-to. With some songs on Renaissance I love the beats, I love the music, I love it. But for the most part, Lemonade, what should have gotten album of the year, and Adele was like apologizing to Beyonce that year because Adele actually won Album of the Year that year.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about Jay-Z real quick.
And Jay-Z was right for so many.
Let me tell you something. Jay-Z said some of y'all don't even belong in the category. He went there.
And then said, when I get nervous, I start telling the truth.
I started telling the truth. I said,
and I said, and you know what I thought? You know what I thought? Please don't arrest him or interrogate him, because if he gets nervous, he starts telling the truth.
That man said, when I get nervous, I start telling the truth. Okay.
But what he said is correct. And you know me, I like a few of Beyonce songs, beforehand and stuff, a few, I wouldn't be the type to go to a concert because I'd be like, okay, I only know about a couple of songs. And I think watching
and let me say
hold on. But
Go
watching the tour on screen, she didn't sing any on only a few songs.
No, she did. She went through her whole catalog, really, to be honest. If you had gone to the concert, you would have seen she did Destiny's Child. She had her whole set list.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
She did her whole set list. We'll talk about Nikki in a minute too, child. I'm so
but I do agree with what Jay-Z says. For someone who has won so many Grammys,
she got the most damn Grammys out of all them heifers.
Michael Jackson.
And y'all won't get her Album of the Year.
And
let's talk about that. Let me talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let me touch on that real quick.
I said, can I say just add how cute Blue Ivy was?
Okay, she was adorable. I love her. Okay, so let's talk about that. Why we keep seeking Grammy approval? Well, let's talk about it. The Grammys, as far as music is concerned, is the end all be all. It shouldn't be that way because they have discrimination, just like with the Oscars and the other award ceremonies. But it puts you on a global level, right? So if you win, you're Grammy nominated, you're Oscar nominated, you're Golden Globe nominated, just the nomination, right? Puts you on a supposedly puts you on a better track. Now, I'm gonna weave this into the Taraji conversation because I don't know if we had the opportunity to talk about Taraji or not.
We did.
Okay. So I'm gonna weave this into the Taraji conversation. Unfortunately, okay, we ain't the right color to get certain accolades or get certain things, or we're not the right color to be put up on whatever the pedestal is that we should be put on that our white counterparts are put upon. Taylor Swift is a basic white girl to me. Okay. She's basic. So her songs are catchy. I liked her better as a country artist to be well. I think that took away from the conversation, but Taraji ain't said nothing that none of the other black actresses said. Even Monique said the same thing. Viola says the same. All of the black actresses say the same thing. Even when they're promoting their stuff, they just made Taraji's situation a little bit bigger than it should have been. Okay? So, because they made Taraji's situation bigger than what it should have been, Taraji didn't mean, she had a moment. You see what I'm saying? She had a moment. A question was asked about whatever. And what she said was, if y'all ain't doing me right, how can I lay the foundation for Fantasia, for Danielle, for the up and coming actresses? I've been in this game too long to be getting paid peanuts compared to other people. Everybody was, you're a millionaire. You should just be happy. No, dog. No. She got paid kibbles and bits when she was in Benjamin Button. And should they have negotiated a better contract for her at the time she got the role? Probably, right? But
sorry.
But
the light went out. Go ahead.
Right. But at that point, and of course she's chosen roles that might not have been right for her. Somebody said Proud Mary was wrong, and it probably was. But here's the other thing, the other part of that, we as black creators coming into, because a lot of people say, why do we look for approval from the Grammys and the Oscars and that? Because a lot of times our counterparts don't do us right. Taraji had to fight for certain things for the actors and actresses on the set of The Color Purple. If y'all got all this production money, y'all got Oprah money behind y'all, right? She had to call Oprah to get stuff fixed because the director or whomever was in charge of certain things on that film was being cheap. When we go into our own spaces, we try to nickel and dime our own. That's the answer I got for that. That's the answer I got for that. So maybe if I go over here where Susie Q and Billy Bob over here, maybe if I go over here and do that, now you can create your own lane because you got an Issa Rae, right? And Issa Rae has created her own lane, and I love that sister for that. And she's teaching people how to create their own lane and putting people on to create their own lane.
Right.
But here's the thing, everybody can't create their own lane. Taraji did it the old school way. She didn't do it the way Issa did it. She did it the way that they taught her how to do it. You go to school or you go to this program, you go and audition, you go get the role, you go through this, you got to go through the Hollywood, the thing, the way the things do it. Only recently have people have stepped outside the box and thinking outside the box, right? So you have to take that into consideration. When we go to our own, we don't always get what the love that we supposed to get from our own. We don't always get that. So, yeah, if y'all want to put us in these categories, now it would be interesting if we created our own Grammys, absolutely. But
well, we kind of have though the Soul Train Music Awards.
We don't watch the Soul Train. I'm finna keep it 100. We don't watch the Soul Train.
Because it started getting ratchet. That's why.
We don't watch the Soul Train Music Awards. We don't watch the BET Awards. We don't watch the NAACP Image Awards. We don't watch them awards.
You know what? I'll still watch them. I really do.
I'm talking about community-wise.
I know.
Don't watch those programs. So when we created, like, I'm gonna go back to what I just said. We don't treat our own like our own. So the people that say why we looking for their approval, that is why we ain't supporting those. Now they keep having them, but we ain't supporting them. Why we ain't supporting them? Because they too ratchet. I don't know nobody on the program. I don't know this. I don't know that. We're not supporting it.
And see, that's the thing. You need to I know us as a culture, we need to broaden our horizons onto new things and not just be squared on a particular genre of music. You see what I'm saying? And I know that's what you mean.
Right. Well, that I'm not even gonna say a particular genre of music, because in our spaces you have people like Bruno Mars, who Bruno, in my opinion, he invited to the cookout, right? But Bruno's not black. Bruno's Latino, right? So he get to go to the Grammys. He gets to come to
Afro Latino though.
Huh?
Is he Afro Latino? No,
he's Puerto Rican.
Okay.
So here's the thing. He gets to go to all the awards. He gets to go to the Grammys. He gets to go to our award programs, BET, NAACP, whatever. And then he also gets to go to the Latino awards. You see what I'm saying? He gets to go to all of them, right? You got people who are just coasting on mediocrity, music-wise. I'ma say this: I love J-Lo. I absolutely love her. Awesome dancer. I like her acting even.
Don't sing.
That baby can't sing, and she knows she can't sing. That's the other thing. When they said they was gonna have her sing Whitney Houston, I can't remember what they was gonna do, the Whitney Houston tribute. I said, I know you lying.
What I said, what they was going to do is find somebody who can sing and put their tracks over J-Lo.
The truth of the matter is, let's talk about how Ashanti sang all your songs, boo boo. Ashanti, what's that baby's name that was on Sunday's Best?
Ayana Benzin? No,
not her name is Ayana. It's gonna come to me.
Okay, I don't.
She sang the vocals on that, and I heard Carrie Hilson sang a little something for J-Lo. So let's really talk about how y'all done really gamed us, right? And the game, I know she know what's going on. She can't not know. She's a smart lady, right?
Oh, she knows. She knows. But she acting like, I can't believe y'all don't think I can sing. No,
But you
you
can't, and
cannot.
it's okay. It's a lot of people that are entertainers, and that's what you are.
That Saturday Night Live performance, honey,
She tried to sing.
it was not live. It was not live. It was not live. You can't
It
tell
didn't
me.
skip like it did when the Ashley girl tried to do it, right?
You cannot tell me that was live.
Okay. I have to go watch the episode because I was like, I haven't watched it, and I love the young
But
lady that
you watch
hosted.
it on Peacock.
I know. So the young lady that
No
hosted,
commercial.
actually, she's on The Bear, one of my favorite shows. Oh my god. Oh my god. If y'all don't go watch The Bear, it's on Hulu. It's about a restaurant. This guy, he took over his brother's restaurant. And the restaurant was called something that they do in Chicago, because it's based in Chicago. And so they were doing like the beef sandwiches and that sort of thing. But he went to culinary school, and his brother died. His brother like killed himself or something, and he left him the restaurant. His sister was a partner in the restaurant, so they had to try to get things together. So he turned it into an upscale restaurant, and it's called The Bear. It's so good. She's like his sous chef. He's like HBIC, second in charge. I love it. I love that show. The young lady that I cannot pronounce her name because I know it's African and I can't pronounce it.
I'm not gonna even try.
I ain't finna try. She is amazing. So I didn't know she was a comedian. So I've seen some of like her stand up and stuff. She's pretty funny. She's like a quirky type of funny. She's pretty funny. But she did a podcast, and so when they found out that she was gonna host Saturday Night Live and Jennifer Lopez was gonna be the musical guest, they brought up this old clip from a podcast, and she was like, it's so fascinating that like this girl has like really gamed the system and is out here really winning, and she can't sing. And I was like, who? She was like, J-Lo. And so her and the podcast host was going back and forth. It was like, yeah, I don't know how she just really got in there. And I mean, these folk have just signed these songs for her, and they done put this out and put J-Lo face on it. She do the videos, the lip sync and all that stuff. I was like, oh my God. So remember the song, the I'm Real? I'm real. And she said, I tell these niggas, da 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 da. That was Ashanti.
It surely
and
was.
So a lot of people were upset because of that. And she was, trying to defend herself from doing it. But he's like, so girl, that was really Ashanti. Just go and tell us Ashanti wrote the song, Ashanti sang the song, and then we'll be good to go. Because Ashanti wrote the song and Ashanti sang the song. That was Ashanti's voice. Like we didn't know that, right? You're phenomenal at what you do, sis. You are. I promise you are. But you can't sing. So you're coasting on the fact that you are other. You ain't black. Okay. You are not black. You Latino, you Puerto Rican, or whatever you are.
Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, so Felicia Rashad, she did a post on. They did a post on, I think, on one of her pages on Instagram and stuff. And she had her hair so beautiful. It's all gray, and she just looked beautiful.
I love
okay,
her so much.
Okay, so let me tell you what I put on here. I said, and I repeat, and I said what I said, and that's what the title of
that is. I said what I said.
What I said. I said, you are who I aspire to be. Because when I was growing up watching,
baby, I wanted to be a lawyer, partially because of Felicia Rashad, partially because of Claire Huxtable.
Claire Huxtable, she was the epitome of beauty and intelligence and just class altogether. So I said, you are who I aspire to be. I said, in a world of Kardashians, I want to be a Felicia. Now, even though I said in a world of Kardashians, I want to be a Felicia. Does it sound like I was bashing the Kardashians?
The white folk came for you, didn't they?
One girl came for me. Now, all these other people, they was like, yes, girl, me too. My comment. All of these people that was agreeing with me were black people. It was one white girl. And she
white people. Believe it or not, we don't want to be y'all.
Hold on. She says, I get what you're saying, but why put one group of women? Why put down one group of women to praise another?
We didn't
I
do that. She just
hold
said, I
on.
don't want to be.
I said, I know. I said, I no way put down anyone. I don't identify with the Kardashian standard
Because
of
I ain't
beauty.
black. Because I'm black.
I said, I don't identify with the Kardashian standard of beauty. That's all. Then she said, okay, you don't identify, then leave them out of your comment, but knocking one woman down to build another one up, regardless of who you identify with, sullies the beauty of your compliment. Okay, so I had to put in my inner Felicia Rashad, Claire Huxtable going off on Elvin. You know what I'm about to say, right?
You remember when she went off on Elvin?
I said it is a free country, I do believe. And again, I was not bashing them. You would know if I was bashing them because I would have said something negative. All I said in a world of Kardashians, I'd rather be a Felicia. Now, you choose to comment on my comment, which is my opinion, and I have a right to have. I said, so the difference between you and I is if I see a comment that I'm not too fond of, I just swipe up, honey.
Period.
Because other comments is none of my business.
No.
My comment is my business, and I say what I said, and I said what I said, and I have not one regret saying it. So this is my last response to you about my comment, which I am entitled to make. Just swipe up if you don't like what I said.
Girl, I would have told her respectfully go to hell. That's what I would have said. Respectfully go to the inner bowels of hell, okay? Because why? Why do you y'all? Let me tell y'all get gangsterish with these Twitter thumbs, and y'all want to come for folk. I don't want to be like any of the Kardashians. First of all, they want to be black. I'm already black. That's the thing. That's the difference. I said what I said. Okay. So, why? Explain to me why no, I'm not going there. Okay, we finna move on. But that's why Jay-Z said what he said. Yes, he was taking up for his wife, but really it was an injustice. Beyonce should have had album year long time ago. You got a politic for it, and they make it a requirement for the blacks, but the whites don't really have to do nothing, and they get it. It's not cool. So, regardless of how you feel about Renaissance or any of the other albums, they real talk, girlfriends should have made gotten album of the year, at least one. She's had some phenomenal albums over the years, so I think she should have gotten nominated. She's gotten nominated. She should have won at least once. So that's what I'm saying. But yeah, she's really incognito because it was Jay-Z. Jay-Z was being honored. She didn't want to upstage her husband, so she had on this cowboy hat situation going on. But it was what it was. I did enjoy the tribute, the in memoriam tribute this year.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Hold on, can I just say, side note, I am so glad Stevie Wonder don't have them long dreads.
Can we bless God right now? Ha!
He blessed enough.
Oh, take them dreads away. Hallelujah. Take them dreads away.
And he must have fired the publicist, or
everybody would have been fired. Look, if my hairline is all the way back here and y'all still dread my hair up, guess what's gonna happen? You fired. Now keep in mind he can't see. Oh, side note, did you see the Mariah Carey video?
Which one?
You know, Stevie presented her with this award. And it was, they have all these events at the Grammys, right? So Mariah walks over. She didn't see him going to get the mic. Everybody get off of Mariah because she didn't see him going to get the mic. He went and got the mic that was at the keyboard stand, and she walked over to the mic that was on the mic stand, and he goes over to hand her the mic, and she done already walked over here to the mic stand. Oh my God, I hollered so bad.
No, I hollered.
And somebody just came and got the mic from him because it was like, so my God, she's over there.
But hold on. I know this was a long time ago because this is when he had dreads, but it was, I think, another Grammy show where everybody was clapping facing this way and he was back I
But
was
see,
like,
now according to Shaquille O'Neal and Jamie Foxx, Stevie Wonder can actually see. Y'all gotta hear the stories of Stevie Wonder actually being able to see. Y'all got go look up
he can
Stevie
see a
Wonder
little
can
bit.
see. Jamie Foxx and Shaquille O'Neal, they tell two separate stories, but they be like, that man can see. Uh, so so yeah, overall, shout out to SZA.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Victoria Monet. They both won
Oh,
Grammys. Shout out to Miley Cyrus. She won her first Grammy ever.
okay. Now tell me this: didn't you get some kind of a Tina Turner vibe when she was singing her song?
I did get a Tina Turner vibe, but I don't think she was trying to like do Tina Turner.
I
I
think
just
she was
think
trying to pay homage to
trying to
Tina
take paying
Turner.
homage to
Yeah, but I was kind of like, cause she was the way she was doing
yeah.
all this and
But
all
let
that
me
kind of.
say this:
But I like her song though.
I do like the song, and it's a remake, but I like it. Um, and we'll delve into that later. But I like it. It was a really cute song. Um, I did enjoy Fantasia's Tina Turner. Let me say that song. Fantasia sang. I'm right there. Okay. Right there glued. Okay. She got on that baby.
That and SZA's performance was good.
It was good. It was
I've
good.
never heard of that song because
She
I'm
did
stuck.
two of her songs.
Right, I'm stuck on sometimes 103.5 and
Yeah.
some. Yeah, you know, and
But
stuff like that.
they play that on 101 and 103.5. I've heard them on both
Yeah,
stations.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the
Um,
times, yeah. So
yeah.
I was like, I enjoyed that. I said, I enjoyed the performances. Really,
Her
this
album
year.
was dope. Victoria Monet, I'm gonna talk about her real quick and then we're gonna move on. Victoria Monet, yeah, on my hood, I love her, but Victoria Monet has been doing her thing
For
for
15
many
years.
years. She's been writing for
For
many
15
artists.
years.
Yeah, she's been writing for artists in the background. And so this is what I'm talking about. When you got artists that write for artists in the background, a lot of people don't know who PJ Morton is. PJ Morton is the son of Bishop Paul S. Morton, right? But PJ has written songs for multiple artists. He's put artists on. But he has his own thing, and a lot of people just don't put that. He was also the keyboard player for Maroon 5. A lot of people don't know that. So PJ Morton is an awesome artist, one of my favorite to ever do it, right? But PJ's been in the background a lot, writing and doing his thing. So his music has been so like indie, type of music. So if you're not a lover of neo soul, and neo soul is like my favorite genre of music. So if you're not a lover of neo soul, you probably wouldn't have heard of PJ Morton until recently, because when he won a Grammy, as a matter of fact, for one of his songs, Good Morning. Shout out to him. And so Victoria Monet has been in the background for many, 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 many years. She's written for like huge artists, right? Ariana Grande, artists like that. That you hear the song on the radio and that's Victoria Monet, right? Ariana ain't right there, Victoria did. So for her to get her shine, I'm super excited for her to get that and to be able. She's put out a couple of albums before this last one, and she's doing her thing. So go look up Victoria Monet. She's an awesome artist, really, really awesome. One last thing, and then we're gonna get off the Grammys. Killer Mike won 3 Grammys last night. Killer Mike also got arrested and escorted out of the venue because apparently he got into it with the security guard and knocked the security guard down. Security guard pressed charges. He got arrested. They released him on his own recognizance. I don't know the situation. I don't know what the issue was. But congratulations for winning your 3 Grammys. A lot of people feel like they're not gonna remember them 3 Grammys. His album was fire. I did listen to it. It's really awesome. If y'all not familiar with Killer Mike comes from the Outkast and all of them, Sleepy Brown and all of those people. And he's done his thing as a rapper and an artist for many, many years. And for him to put out this album, get his just due. Very dope album. Check it out, Killer Mike. Okay, we out for the Grammys. Next, let's get into Gail Lewis real quick. And we're gonna weave this into Real Housewives of Atlanta because Gail Lewis lives in Atlanta. Okay, so Gail Lewis married an investment banker or some type of big wig dude, whatever, who got money, right? She called him cheating on her, with this lady. She had no clue this man was cheating on her. She called him. But shout out to the person at the front desk, because she was calling to see when her husband's flight was, because she cooked for him. She made sure she was going to be at the airport when he got done, got in or whatever. And so the customer service person was like, he came in with whatever the girl's name is. I don't remember her name because she's a side chick and she's not important. Although he was cheating with the side chick, right? Who looks like her, by the way? Who looks like his wife? Why not just stay with your wife? Make it make sense to me, because I don't know. At any rate, she goes and she records him. Hey, how you doing? Real cavalier. He looking like, oh. And because he kept lying to her, kept telling her, she was like, when your flight getting in? Oh, it's delayed, or it's whatever. Customer service person already told her what was up, right? Customer service person said, hey, your man here, he done landed. He's sitting here with so-and-so, gave the lady's name. She said, I don't know who that person is. She said, baby, he here with so-and-so. And they came in together. And, they trying to let her know, your husband's cheating on you, sis. So she goes, she records him and the lady there, blah, blah, blah. He looks surprised, shocked, whatever. So she tells her story.
But hold on. But the thing, when she confronted him about it, she kept on saying her name and her name and her name until he said, okay, I have. I'm not going to stop seeing her. So.
And I don't want no divorce. Hold on. And the audacity. And I don't want no divorce.
But if you find someone while I'm gone, I'm okay with it.
How trifling is that?
Trifling.
So she was like, I don't want to do that. I don't think they have a prenup. So you already divorced one wife. I don't know what that situation was with their wife, but you ain't have a prenup with her. Now, come to find out, the mistress was like, well, she was a side chick. And she was like, nah, I went out on a date. I didn't know he was married. You knew he was married. I didn't know he was married. When I found out he was married, I stopped dating him. And he got a divorce. And then, because she said, I really wasn't attracted to him. We went out like on one date. And I found out he was married. And I was like, nah, dog, I'm good. Because I ain't even on you right now. I'm not even, I'm cool on you. You do go to your wife. Work that out over there. And he kept pursuing her, and got a divorce. She was like, you can't play if we not, if you ain't done over there with that situation, it's not happening over here. And she was good on him, and he divorced the other wife and got with her. But he's trash. She's not trash, she's trash. And the side piece is trash, in my opinion, because side piece knew he was married. Been married for 20 plus years to this wife. I don't know how long he was married to the other wife. Now here's what's interesting. She stays in Atlanta, right? She got drama going on, right? She's friends with Kandi and Simone.
Perfect
those are friends.
Perfect housewife setup.
Perfect housewife setup. Y'all need a storyline. Real Housewives of Atlanta, gonna get Gail. Gonna pull her on into the mix, because she looks like she's a lot of fun. She looks like she's gonna bring the fire, because she talks real reckless with that mouth. I peeped that. I think she would be a great addition to Real Housewives of the Atlanta. Okay,
you said of the Atlanta.
Of the Atlanta. By the way, Kandi won't be returning. She said they made her wait too long. And of course, Kandi says time is money. I don't have time to wait on you people. I'm kind of excited about this. I like Kandi. I really do. I think she needs to take a break.
I think that when they offered Kandi back the contract, it was less than what she was normally getting.
I think that they have them waiting for a long time. And I think she made the decision. When she was saying she hadn't heard anything, I think she had already made her decision. Because no opportunity just came to you out the blue. You always working, you always doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You get them how you lose them, how you get them.
That's true. I agree with that. So word on the curb is that Portia is coming back.
Oh. too.
That's what word on the curb is. Portia will be returning. Kenya is definitely returning.
I wonder, because I'm gonna tell you this: Phaedra on Married to Medicine is not working.
I mean, since Kandi's not going to be here,
I need for you to
bring
bring
Phaedra on back over here to the Housewives of the Atlanta. That's how I feel. I do like how Phaedra and Sheree are looking out for each other on the Traitors show. I do like
Oh,
that.
she said, "Oh no," she said, Sheree ain't gonna go down on my watch.
Yeah. So I like how they're looking out for each other. I think since Kandi is not there, bring Phaedra back. Yeah, now y'all keep thinking Nene coming back. I don't think Nene coming back. She over there
Nene's
at the
not
booth
coming
anyway.
back. Nene and Mariah are not coming back.
And who, Mariah? Yeah. Once you sue the network, which Mariah, but here's the thing though. That's interesting because that's Mariah's show still. She's still the producer of the
But
show.
yeah, she still gets coins from it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, but did you see the Carlos King interview?
I did see the Carlos King.
How impressed are you with her building?
I'm impressed.
I was like, okay, that's the Tyler Perry of podcast studios.
I really like to see these women have careers. Probably why I like Married to Medicine more, because they're working girls. Well, yeah. Married to Medicine, though, what Mariah's vision for Married to Medicine, what Married to Medicine is not the same thing. And I agree with that. I agree. She said there was not a platform for people who had, the housewives, which the housewives do have businesses and stuff. So you do see that, but they don't really focus on that. They more so focus on the relationships of the housewives amongst each other. And Married to Medicine does the same thing. It just flashes in the work that they do as doctors and so on and so forth. Married to Medicine has gotten extremely messy. I didn't see this past week's episode, but I heard Sweet Tea went out with Jackie.
Girl.
Yeah.
Girl.
I don't know.
You know what? This is the episode I'm behind Sweet Tea. Now I would not have said FUB to Dr. Jackie, but what she said,
Sweet Tea is a little unrefined. So
right, but yeah. But however, she had valid reasons on going off on Jackie, but I just would not have said FUB.
Okay.
That's the other thing. So watch it, and then you'll say, "Okay, yeah, I see."
Okay. Mariah, although she and Quad are no longer cool, she did say Quad was a star. I hate that their relationship turned into what it did. Mm-hmm. I do, because they were best friends. But she said the real snake was never Quad. It was Jackie and it was Simone. Those were the real snakes. And she said that Simone, I'm not cool on Sweet Tea at all. I don't particularly care for her. She rubs me the wrong way.
You know what? When I saw her picture before she got on Married to Medicine, I was like, she's a beautiful woman. I said, I said, quiet, quiet. He didn't upgrade with the looks and stuff. When she started talking, I said,
that ain't no upgrade, baby. I don't know what she do for a living, but that ain't no upgrade.
I said, I'm not now. Okay, but
that ain't no upgrade.
I tell you the reason why after you get off. But as soon as she opened her mouth, I said, well, I take that statement back.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. She's not no, baby. She needs more than polishing. She needs to be refinished. Okay. She don't need to be polished. She needs to be refinished. She needs to be buffed down and refinished. Okay, because she ain't.
There's two things I want to add.
Okay.
On what to talk about. Common and Jennifer, they basically came out on her show that they're a couple.
Jennifer, you in danger, girl. Listen,
because
let me say this:
homegirl want her man back.
I don't think Tiffany want her man back. I think the way dude did her. Let me say this: I like Common. Common's an awesome rapper. He's getting better at his acting. I love Common, right?
But he's not a relationship guy.
He is not. He's talking about I'm marriage material. No, you're not. You're not. You're not. You have messed over too many women in the industry. I don't know why him and Taraji broke up. They broke up. You broke up with Angela Rye, the baby that played tennis. Like you were running through the women in the industry.
Serena
Serena went to the white man. Cause you just done did her wrong.
Erykah Badu.
Erica, but well now I think Erica done did enough. Erica, let me tell you, Erica got something with these men. I just want you to know.
I'm just
Erica
talking
does
about the
something
women
to
that he's
men.
dated. I'm just speaking of the women that he's dated.
Right, he's dated Erica, but Erica got her own hoodoo voodoo now. I don't think anybody gonna ever play Erica Badu. Let's just keep it 100 right there. Erica's a player within her own rights. Okay, so Erica don't count in this conversation.
But if you think about it, I don't think Jennifer Hudson is like the Marion has the Marion mindset either, because she was engaged to the dude for a long time.
Right, but something was wrong in their situation. In I don't think they figured it out, Lindsay. I'm sorry. When did he go to? He went to therapy in between Tiffany and Jennifer. He ain't healed. I got to see that to believe it. I just don't, and I don't want you to do Jennifer wrong. What I don't want you to do is do to Jennifer what you did to Angela Rye. What I don't want you to do is do to Jennifer like you did Tiffany. Like I don't want you to do that girl wrong. I don't. I love her. I don't want you to do that girl wrong. That's all I'm saying. And he got a history of doing health is wrong. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't. Let me say that. And he's a lawyer, and I really wish he had just stuck to that instead of want to be a freaking wrestler. But let's talk about that real quick. There was something wrong in that relationship to why she did not move forward with that man. Because things started coming out, and he started it got really ugly. And I said, behind the scenes, this is what this was. That girl lost that weight, and that man changed. I don't care what nobody say, because at some point you have a hero complex. He was there for her when her mom, when the folk got killed. Her sister,
her brother. It was her brother, her mama, and her nephew.
And nephew got killed. He was right there for her. He is a hero, and he got the hero complex. And when he feel like he can't save you no more, he gon' start acting a fool. She lost their weight on Weight Watchers. He mentioned that when they were fighting for custody for the baby. He mentioned that. She lost weight and she went from here to here. He mentioned that. So, no, something was wrong with their relationship. She paused, and for good cause, because God gives you the spirit of discernment. At any time, he's going to give you the spirit of discernment. And I discerned that this nigga ain't right for me. Okay, let me go and get him this ring back. Yeah, we was engaged for a whole. I couldn't put my finger on that.
Our alleged, we've been talking.
Oh, we just been
everything that we said was alleged.
Alleged, because we ain't got no money. Y'all sue us. Y'all be practicing for the real thing. So I don't believe that this is going to work out. He said he went to counseling. You were supposed to have gone to counseling before Angela Rye. I need you to continue to go to camp, because you came out with a book when you was dating with Angela, when you was dating Angela Rye. Tell me where the
disconnect went.
I need to understand. 100% need to understand what's going on, because I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't understand it. And we're gonna pray on it, because
and then another thing I wanted to talk about, the King Charles has been diagnosed with prostate cancer.
I saw that today.
And it's interesting because it's been predicted right after Queen Elizabeth passed that King Charles wasn't going to rule for no more than like 2-3 years. And then it's going to hop straight to William.
Which I think that's what they want in the first place.
Well, but they're not talking about him retiring or just,
Well, it could be the early stages of the good thing about prostate cancer is if you catch it early enough, you can eradicate it. You see what I'm saying? And you can remove your prostate. You can, it's certain things you can do to where that ain't gonna be an issue. if that
Right.
makes sense. Yeah. So they catch it early enough, he'll be fine. Them folk live long. He's 70 years old. So um we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. I think that William is gonna get the crown much sooner than Charles did. I do think that.
So do you think that Princess Kate had stomach problems, or do you think she went through a tummy tuck?
I didn't know she had no problem.
Because her and King Charles was in the hospital at the same time.
She might have had a tummy tuck, but I don't know why she thin as I don't know. Well, why would you need a tummy tuck, sis?
She gave birth to
What
what?
you mean? That girl bounced back. You see how little them dresses are? I aspire to my stomach to be that small.
Okay. So maybe she probably got a pooch. She probably got a pooch that she has with Spanx.
Probably. And I mean, girl,
and she probably like,
rock your pooch. Maybe she had a tummy tuck. I don't even care. I don't care about them fuck like that. I care about the crown. I don't care about them fuck like that.
Also, I want to say R.I.P. to Carl Weathers, aka Apollo Creed.
He did.
I was saddened to hear about that passing. He according to his family, he died peacefully in his sleep.
Yeah. 76 years old. I didn't realize he played football.
Yeah, and he said he wasn't good at it.
Did he say that?
Yes.
I want to do a documentary because I'm interested in kind of seeing that
footage
and how he transitioned from that to.
He said he was a much better actor than a football player.
Girl, I'm gonna have to see that. Okay, I want them to do a documentary on Carl. But yeah, R.I.P. to Apollo Creed. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we talked about that. Okay.
I think we talked about everything.
Sweetly seasoned. Yeah. So everybody knows who Keith Lee is. If you don't know who Keith Lee is, you under a rock because Keith Lee is amazing. Keith Lee goes. Let me kind of break down who Keith Lee is. Keith Lee is, I'm not gonna say a self-proclaimed food critic. He is somebody who has used his platform to elevate brands, specifically restaurant brands, small businesses who may be struggling, who people don't know about, so it can bring attention to them, get them more followers on their social media pages, and get people out there. So if it's a food truck, it's a restaurant, Keith Lee goes, he does a review, the line is instantly wrapped around the building. So what he's doing right now is he's doing food tours. So he's gone to Atlanta, he's gone to Chicago, he's gone to New York. He's in Dallas. Okay. So went to Dallas to this food truck called Sweetly Seasoned. This lady, she talked about how sales account had not been good. The people who petitioned for Keith Lee to come because they heard Keith Lee was in town was a braider by the name of Sherelle, her brother who is a barber, her son, and herself. And the son, these are the son's friends, right? So the braider will go on the corner and braid your hair. Like I've seen her do it. She's awesome at what she does. I follow her on TikTok. Brother sets up and will cut your hair wherever. That's just what they do. But they saw that this lady who had this food truck struggling, and this is my friend's mother, and so she's struggling with the food truck. So want to bring attention to the business or whatever. So she petitioned, she used her platform to get Keith Lee out there. Okay. Keith Lee comes, he gets her food, tries it. He says, how many, first of all, he asks, how many sales do you make in a day? She told him like about 800 or whatever. So he gave her like $800, $900 tip to feed people for free for the rest of the day. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, he also gave her a $4,000 tip. A $4,000 tip was she was supposed to keep $2,000. She was supposed to give $1,000 to the braider, Sherelle, and supposed to give $1,000 to the barber. Okay. That lady kept all that money. And she only gave the first few people free food. And then when Keith Lee left, she started charging people. And when Keith Lee was there, he said 30 or 40 people pulled up to the lady's food truck based off of him going live or they going live showing that Keith Lee showed up and pulled up, right? But he's recording, and so is Sherelle. They're recording. So Keith Lee told her this. He told her what to do with the money, and he said, split it up however you have, whichever way you need to split it up. And he didn't go into detail, but he meant like Cash App, Zelle, Apple Pay, however you need to split it up to send them the money. But he told her specifically how he wanted her to disseminate the money, right?
Right.
So the lady didn't give the folk their money. She didn't give the braider the money. She didn't give the barber the money. And she started charging people after the first few people that came. She started charging people for food, right? So Sherelle, who's the braider, was like, hey, so this lady, we promoted her business for her, helped her out. This was our friend's mom, helped her out, helped Keith. We want to brought Keith Lee out, or Keith Lee, because we got at Keith Lee so he can come on out to come and try her food, because her food is amazing. And she didn't pay us the money. He told her to give me 1,000, my brother 1,000, as well as give food for free to the people, because he asked how many, and he normally does that. He'll ask how much do you do a day in sales, and just let the people come and eat, because people that's marketing, right? It makes sense. I'm gonna pay for everybody's food for the day, right? Mm-hmm. They're gonna taste your food, they're gonna come back, and they're gonna continue to support you. Straight up marketing. I'm gonna pay for people to get their hair braided by the braider. I'm gonna pay for people to get haircuts by the barber. That's marketing for them, so that they can continue to grow and expand their business. So so the lady didn't get the money. She said, I didn't know them. Those are my son's friends. He thought those were my kids, but I'm not giving them no money. I kept the money because I didn't know that they don't deserve the money. Blah 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 blah. So she did that post. Mm-hmm. Everybody rammed into her like, sis, you wrong. You stupid. Why you doing that? Your blessing's gonna be cut short. Blah 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 blah. Okay. So Sherelle said, I'll take my post down if you just give, and she wasn't even concerned about her getting $1,000. Just give my brother the money. I get business from braiding. I got a TikTok following. I ain't got no issue. Give my brother the money. If you give him his money, I will take my post down. She's standing 10 toes down on what she did and how she did it. So she saw the backlash that she received from everybody. Like, wasn't nobody on that lady's side, period. Okay. Mm-hmm. Multiple TikTokers, multiple people on Instagram, everybody, nobody was on sis' side. So then she saw, okay, ain't nobody coming to this food truck. As a matter of fact, it showed that she had closed the food truck, but she's also a caterer. So we had thought that she changed her name. She didn't. That's just another page for her catering service. So she did that. Standing 10 toes down on what she did. Mm-hmm. So then the son had called and reached out to his friends and was like, hey, we're gonna give y'all money. After you done told everybody you ain't giving the money, you ain't gonna split the money, you ain't gonna do blah blah blah, what you ain't gonna do. And so the son called the friends. What the Sherelle girl was not gonna come and get the money. She was like, I'm not doing that. Pay my brother, give him his money. So the brother got his money. And they was like, well, Sherelle, we trying to get Sherelle her money. She won't come get it. She need to come get her money. Y'all tell her to come get her money. Sherelle was like, I'm good. My brother got paid. I'm straight. So she went on her TikTok and was like, y'all, my brother got paid. I'm good. No problem. I don't have to have the money. I wish them all the best. I don't wish anything bad on them. They got good food, blah, blah, blah. She did that. So then as a result of that, there was another, like a barbecue truck that was named something similar to Sweetly Seasoned. So a lot of people thought it was them that did it. And people started kind of giving them bad ratings and that sort of thing. So she used her platform to have people come and pull up and eat at that person's food truck and told them, hey, I'm so sorry. I apologize. This was not for you. This was for the food truck called Sweetly Seasoned. So they had people come and pull up and they had a good day at their food truck as a result of that. So here's my thing. God don't like ugly. He ain't kind of pretty, but he don't like ugly. Okay. He don't like when you do wrong. So when you do wrong, ain't nobody gonna want to support you because we don't trust you. And
Right.
so now you had an opportunity to be a blessing to two other people as well as a whole group of people to come and taste your food because that's marketing. That man paid for the $800, $900 worth of food. So he basically tipped you almost $5,000, right? To not only feed the folk, but to help the next generation of people, the braider and the barber, to help them out. Now, a lot of people's like, well, why didn't Keith Lee give them folk the money directly? So here's what he explained, and I
He
understand.
won't carry cash on him.
Doesn't carry cash on him because that ain't safe. Not number one. Number two, I pay the business through the POS system, and because it's just easier. I don't want to get no numbers out for Apple Pay. Other people are out in the parking lot. That's personal information. I'm concerned about everybody's safety at the end of the day. So I'm not going to give this person individual money, this person individual money. I'm telling you what I need you to do with the money. Can you do this with the money? You got a $2,000 tip that was almost triple what you making a day feeding people or selling your food. So you got a $2,000 tip, and that man paid for free food for folks. So basically, you got $2,900. You couldn't get them folk with that over $2,000. You couldn't just get them folk that money. So understand when God is blessing you, and what we don't realize is a lot of times you get your blessings from blessing other people. It's coming right back. For those who believe in karma, for those who believe in just walking by faith, it's coming right back. A lot of people talk about Oprah real bad, real bad. But what Oprah does is Oprah got them billions of dollars, but Oprah gives back. When she was on her show, we saw her giving cars and giving this and giving that. And of course, the people had to pay the tax on the car, but baby, you got a free car. So pay them taxes and keep it pushing, right? Get your tags and go on about your business. But she's a giver by nature. She gives. She got a whole school that she built for kids in Africa. She gives. She gives to countless organizations. She gives to causes. She gives opportunities to people. She gives. That's what she does. So regardless of, we can have a whole cancel Oprah campaign. Oprah is a billionaire. Her billions ain't going nowhere. You get what I'm saying? It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. It's not. You can't go through life and expect to be blessed and you're not giving. You're not giving to something or somebody. You're not being a blessing to other people. You just keeping your stuff for yourself. Y'all read, if y'all go to the talents in the Bible where they talk about that. You hide your talents and ain't talking about talents, although it can be referred to as your regular talents. You bury that stuff, it's gone. What are you doing? So that lady failed the test. Wholeheartedly failed that test. And she tried to clean it up. Days later, after she stood 10 toes down, her and her son, who need to change his name. Why that baby name Ignorant, whatever his name is. That's his name on TikTok. Is you sleep? It's like you done dozed out.
I'm about to in a minute.
I know it's past our bedtime. We finna get off of here, y'all. All commentary is alleged. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back hopefully next week. We're gonna pray on it. We'll be back.
No reason not to be back. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, we shouldn't have a reason not to be back, so we'll be back. So make sure you guys follow us. Wendy, how can they reach you?
Wendy Edinburgh Smith on Facebook, at VLux76 on Instagram, and Mary Kay is www.marykay.com/WEDINGBOURGH.
Yes. Y'all can reach me on all my platforms: TikTok, Twitter, Instagram at VixKidsFaith. and I still call it Twitter. I know it's called X, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Um, and over on Facebook at Vic's Kids Faith More. Y'all also can reach the size up slash its own, but it's really the size up. It's the Size Up over on Facebook, the Size Up Official Podcast over on YouTube, and the Size Up 2102 over on Instagram. Y'all don't even understand how hard it is with these names. Make sure y'all follow us, share the episodes. We're kind of hilarious, just a little bit. And so make sure y'all share, like, comment, hit the notification bell, subscribe to our channel, man, because we be going live every Monday-ish. We were doing Sundays and Mondays because we would do the size up, and we've been doing this mashup, and we talk about everything. So make sure y'all get into it. It's Black History Month. Make sure you guys watch films if y'all haven't seen any other Black History films and documentaries, because there are some important documentaries. I just watched the Bob Marley documentary the other day. They're Rustin. Watch Rustin. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. My whole thought process on Martin Luther King Jr., not saying he's not a great man, but that march on Washington was not his idea. Go watch Rustin on Netflix. The man was a homosexual, and the reason why he did not get credit for that march on Washington,
because he was a homosexual.
Because he was homosexual. Let me say this to y'all, and I'm not, I have nothing against the LGBTQIA community. I do not. And I see a lot of people, what's the word I'm looking for? Remove their contribution to certain movements because the optics don't look right. Right? That's the situation right here. This man actually pushed King to do some of the things that King wasn't cool on doing something. We thought King went and studied Gandhi and all that. He got that from Bayard Rustin. Make sure y'all check Bayard Rustin. I think I pronounced that right. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He died in 1987, but he was, I would like to say, one of the fathers of the civil rights movement. He was older than Martin Luther King. He was like a big brother. They were friends, right? So make sure y'all watch that movie. It's really, really good. Coleman Domingo, he is a gay actor in real life. He has a husband and everything, but y'all have seen Coleman in a lot of things. And Coleman, let me tell y'all something. Coleman is an actor. He acts his behind off. Y'all cannot deny that man who he is. He played Mr. in The Color Purple. He played Rustin. He's played in several different things. I was introduced to Coleman Domingo when he played in Fear of the Walking Dead, which was the prequel to The Walking Dead. So when The Walking Dead, all this stuff started, it began in LA. And so if you're familiar with that, you know who Coleman Domingo is. He's amazing. He's an amazing actor. I will put him up there with what's my boy's name that I love?
You love a lot of people.
Big Brother Almighty. I will put him in the same category as Giancarlo Esposito. He's just an actor's actor, and I love it. I love to see him do what he does. So I am suggesting, take away the homophobia and look at the story. Is what I would suggest you guys do.
It's Black history, so you need to learn every part of Black history.
And a lot of what we've been taught about Black history is not 100% true. So we got to do our own research. We have to dig and do a deep dive. There are so many different situations. There was another situation that I learned about on TikTok about these girls who got arrested in Georgia right before the bombing for the 4 little girls at the church. And a lot of people don't know in Alabama that there were 5 little girls. Actually, one of the little girls survived. The other 4 were killed. So these are things that we were taught certain things when in actuality, this is really what happened. So definitely go. A big misconception is that Rosa Parks was the first person to give up her seat.
No,
And
she was
Claudia
not.
Tobin, because she was dark skinned, because she was a pregnant teen,
Mhm.
didn't give up her seat. They thought that the optics didn't look right for her to
Right.
be
And
the
they didn't think the optics would look right for Michael Luther King to
no,
to marry a white woman.
no, absolutely not. So
So
they found Corey, aka Coretta Scott King, who I met. I love her. She was,
mhm.
oh my god, I love her.
Now I know this show that I've been watching is on FX. It's not nothing Black History. It's nothing is white folks, but it's called Feud. The Capotes versus Black.
Oh my god, it's out. It's already out.
Yes, it's
Okay,
already 3 episodes in, and
okay,
it
okay,
is
okay.
good.
Yeah, I love
I was
TV.
like, when I saw it,
Yeah, let me tell you something. No shade is better than old Hollywood shade. When I tell you,
it's not just the old Hollywood, it's New York socialite shade.
right. You know what we didn't talk about, and we can table it. Nicki
Mhm.
Minaj versus Megan Thee Stallion. That's what we missed. We'll
Okay.
talk about it because it's still
Next week.
going on, still things going on with it. So we'll talk about it because when I say Nicki, you too old, and you gotta stop.
And you
You
got
gotta.
a child. You got a child. And you married her.
Mm. But here's the thing: Megan wasn't talking about her.
Mm.
She was talking. Really, that song was about the misogyny in the industry. It had nothing to do with Nicki. You a hit dog, so you hollered, and you took the bait. You know what I'm saying? Which she wasn't really throwing bait out for you. She was talking about other people, the misogyny in the industry. That's what she was talking about. But you decided that it was about your husband and your brother, and that she brought up your family, and here we are. Um. So at any rate, we still talking. We gotta go. Um. So yeah, make sure y'all check out documentaries. Do your research. Our history is so multifaceted, and even the history that they've taught us in schools are not 100% correct and 100% true. I feel like it's been watered down history so that we can teach our kids something. So, and make sure you are sitting down and watching these things with your kids if you can. If they're old enough to see some of the subject matter, make sure you're teaching them on their level. Because of course, certain states are removing critical race theory out of the curriculums all over the country.
And hold on. Please miss me with I don't want my kids feeling bad about their history. Why you don't want to talk about other cultures' history? I don't want my kids to feel bad.
So let's talk about that real quick, and then we really finna get off
Where we
here. My
finna
dad
go?
says, if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going.
Exactly.
There is a whole generation of kids right now who have no clue. They might know who Martin Luther King is.
They may know
And
who Malcolm X
they
is.
might know who Malcolm X is. They don't know who a lot of the black pioneers are.
Or
They
the
don't
black
know.
inventors.
They don't know that a lot of the stuff that we use every day were invented by black people. And they couldn't even get patents, right, for their inventions. It's really crazy. It's really
Mhm.
odd. It's really strange. And so they're erasing our history. So now we get to act like buffoons, and we get to act like crazy people, and we get to act ridiculous because we don't know that we come from royalty, and we don't know who we are or
Mhm.
whose we are.
Mhm.
We just know that we are. Oh, okay, well, that's what they said about us, so that's what it is. No,
Mhm.
they need to know the history. They need to know the background. They need to know where we started and where we came from. Period, 100%.
Yep.
And so no, nobody wants your child to feel bad about their history. You need to know the truth about your history so you can know how to move forward. What you need to understand is that there are a lot of opportunities that are blocked for you because of the color of your skin, even in the year of our Lord 2024. Okay. I mean, and everything is not a race thing, but it is.
Mhm.
We can't get away with what our counterparts can get away with of a different skin tone. Like, let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
So Those are the things we need to know. And then when you see these kids getting killed that are black versus the white kids, then it's not, you know, now you want to go fight in protest or whatever because it's directly affecting you, when we need to teach our kids different. That's all I'm gonna say about that. We gotta
Yes.
do better. We gotta do better. So this is a time, not just Black History should be 365 days of the year, and introduced into other cultures, because other cultures had oppression as well, not just the black culture. Our oppression just has not been we have not been compensated for our oppression. The other cultures more than likely have, but they also need to know how. A lot of people don't realize England controlled the majority of the world at one point in time. Colonizers, as the Wakandans call it, right? You England had control of China, man. China. They went and took over China, Africa, a lot of the countries of the world, the US. They had control over a lot. We don't know that because a lot of people are not taught the history. You need to know that. These are things we need to know. Right? So just putting that into perspective.
Lord Jesus.
What?
Okay, so I guess Taylor Swift invented the what? Swag surfing? Not. Okay. Travis Kelce did not invent the fade. So let's just cut it. Cut it.
And
okay, then we talk about that next week. We're gonna talk about that next week.
Day 5 of Black History Month. Okay.
We're gonna talk about that next week. All right, we gotta go.
All right, we out. Bye, y'all. I'm sorry. It's me. I'm supposed to be doing the countdown, huh? Oops.